1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Federal Cabinet has formed a special committee for implementation of Supreme Court's detailed judgment in the Sumoto case regarding former Deputy Speaker National Assembly Qasim Suri's ruling. Prime Minister has expressed his resolve to strengthen cooperation between Pakistan and Egypt in all fields of common interest. The government will restart Prime Minister's Youth Laptop Scheme this year to distribute laptops among high-achieving university students. Security forces have killed 5 terrorists during ongoing recovery operation in Ziyarat area. All-party Hurriyat Conference has lamented over the criminal silence of the world on the atrocities by Indian troops on innocent people in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has been sworn in as the acting president. And now the news in detail. Federal Cabinet has approved constitution of a special committee to make recommendations on implementation of Supreme Court's detailed judgment in the Sumoto case regarding former Deputy Speaker National Assembly Qasim Suri's ruling. This was stated by Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mariam Aurangzeb while briefing media in Islamabad this afternoon about the decisions taken by the Federal Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Sharif in the chair. She said the special committee, to be headed by Law Minister Azim Nazir Tarar, will have representation of all the coalition partners. She said it was also approved to constitute an independent and transparent inquiry commission under the Commission of Inquiries Act 2017 to probe the complaints of Ms. Tayyaba Gul regarding her alleged abduction and harassment by the then Prime Minister office. She said Law Minister Azim Nazir Tarar has been asked to finalize terms of reference of the inquiry commission. She further said that the commission's inquiry will be time-bound to make it result-oriented. Prime Minister Sharif has expressed his resolve to strengthen cooperation between Pakistan and Egypt in all fields of common interest, in particular trade, investment, energy, education and climate change. He was talking to Ambassador of Egypt to Pakistan, Tariq Darough, in Islamabad today. They also exchanged views on matters of bilateral interest. The Prime Minister lauded the efforts of Ambassador Darough to promote cooperation between Pakistan and Egypt in diverse fields. Sharif felicitated Egypt on the assumption of the presidency of COP27. The Egyptian ambassador said the Egyptian leadership is looking forward to Pakistan Prime Minister's participation in the COP27 later this year. Pakistan and the United States have reiterated the resolve to further promote their bilateral cultural and people-to-people ties. The resolve was expressed during meeting between Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Masood Khan, and head of Smithsonian Institute's Asian Cultural History Program, Dr. Paul Michael Taylor, in Washington. Masood Khan said that the 75th anniversary of the establishment of Pakistan-US diplomatic ties this year is an excellent opportunity to show the close cultural linkages between the two countries. Masood Khan invited the Smithsonian Institute to partner with the embassy in this regard and collaborate with Pakistani embassy in facilitating bilateral exchanges and organizing events to promote rich Pakistani culture in the United States. Alluding to his frequent traveling to Pakistan, Dr. Taylor expressed interest in working on the rich cultural heritage of the region. Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah says the presence of immoral and offensive content on social media threatens anarchy and corruption in the country. He was chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today to review cases of harassment of citizens on social media and uploading of immoral videos, blackmailing and immorality. The Interior Minister said that strict action without any discrimination will be taken against those involved in such crimes. Rana Sanaullah directed the concerned authorities to adopt zero-tolerance policy against those violating moral values in the society. Rana Sanaullah further directed the FIA, PTA and other agencies to play an active role in protecting the self-esteem of the citizens and protecting them from harassment and blackmail. The meeting also decided to make effective laws on cybercrime, especially harassment and insulting content, uploading and advertising. The meeting approved formation of a working group to make necessary amendments in PICA 2016 on the issue of defamation through harassment and immorality. DGFIA informed the meeting that citizens can register their grievances at the FIA portal 113-345-786. The government plans to restart Prime Minister's Youth Laptop Scheme this year, under which laptops will be distributed among high-achieving students of the universities. This was announced by Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Youth Affairs, Shahza Fatma Khwaja, in an interview with Radio Pakistan on the occasion of World Youth Skills Day being observed today. She said the World Youth Skills Day is important as Pakistan is a country with 68% of the population comprising youth. Shahza Fatma stressed on enriching the youth with modern vocational and technical skills as advancement in modern technology has advanced all sectors including agriculture, textiles and manufacturing. Federal Secretary of Religious Affairs Aftab Akbar Durrani says the Hajj arrangement made by the ministry and the OPAP were excellent. In a statement today, he said as compared to 2019, there were no or very little issues, all of which were resolved amicably. He appreciated the role of welfare staff, OPAP, MORA, and the Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. The Secretary assured all Hujjaj of government Hajj scheme for full support announced by the Cabinet after their return to Pakistan. He said there were very few deaths and sicknesses, of all of whom will be compensated as per policy. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. During ongoing recovery operation in Zainat area, security forces killed 5 terrorists ex-proscribed Baloch Liberation Army. According to ISPR, during the operation, a terrorist hideout was identified last night and cleared by security forces near Khost in Khilafat Mountains. Once encircled, the terrorists opened fire onto the closing-in troops, resulting into shahadat of Havaldar Khan Mohammed. The sanitization operation, however, will continue in the area to apprehend remaining perpetrators and recover Umar Javed. Pakistan Air Force continues relief and rescue efforts in rain and flood-hit areas of Karachi. On the special instructions of Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmad Babar Sidhu, PAF bases situated in Karachi are actively participating in relief operations in the rain-affected areas of Karachi. According to PAF spokesperson, the PAF teams are reaching out to the families whose houses have been inundated in the natural calamity. The teams also distributed as a humanitarian gesture ration packs carrying basic food items and commodities such as flour, rice, sugar, oil and pulses among the needy families of the worst-hit areas in the recent torrential rains. Incarcerated senior leader of All Parties Hurriyat Conference Naeem Ahmad Khan has deplored criminal silence maintained by the international community on the war crimes perpetrated by the Indian troops in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, Naeem Ahmad Khan said despite exhausting all its resources and applying every brutal tactic, India has miserably failed to intimidate the people of the occupied territory into submission. Meanwhile, students of Government Girls Middle School Rajpura Mandi in Poonch district, along with their parents, held a protest demonstration against the occupation of the school building by the Indian troops. On the other hand, in yet another anti-Muslim measure, hotels and restaurants along Nahar Lagoon subdivision in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh have been ordered to remove the word beef from signboards. In Sri Lanka, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has been sworn in as acting president. He replaces Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who fled to Singapore after unprecedented mass protests which saw demonstrators overrun the presidential palace. The process of parliament electing a new president begins tomorrow. U.S. President Joe Biden has reiterated country's commitment to a two-state solution in the conflict between Palestinians and Israel. He was speaking after a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in occupied West Bank. Joe Biden said, Palestinian people deserve a state of their own that's independent, sovereign, viable, and continuous. He also said efforts to bring the two sides together for peace talks would continue despite recent violence. And finally, the weather report. Widespread rains, wind, and thundershowers with scattered heavy falls are expected in Sindh, Balochistan, and South Punjab, while more isolated rain, wind, and thundershowers are likely in northeast Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. And with that, we come to the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News of